Okay, let's jump right in. Um, think about those old art workshops,
Yeah.
where an apprentice would learn directly from a master, really soaking everything in.
Yeah, learning the techniques, the feel, everything.
Exactly. Well, now imagine that apprentice is, well, artificial intelligence. Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're really getting into the fascinating world of AI art.
We're going to look at how these systems are actually learning to create art, the incredible variety of stuff they're making.
And importantly, the big questions this all raises, about what creativity even is and who owns this art.
Absolutely. And we've got a great starting point, a really insightful YouTube video from the AI Applications channel. It's called AI Artists, the New Renaissance of Creativity.
Right, that video gives a solid overview. So our mission here, for you listening, is to really unpack how AI is becoming this artistic force.
Yeah, we want to see how it's moving past just like copying things towards maybe something genuinely new. And to get a handle on the big debates, the technology, the art, but without getting lost in all the super technical jargon.
Definitely. So this idea of learning from the masters, it's actually a pretty good analogy, isn't it?
It really is. These AIs are basically being fed enormous amounts of art. Think paintings, sculptures, music, text from all over the world throughout history.
Millions of examples, but they're not just looking at them passively. They're analyzing, right? Pulling out patterns.
Exactly. Patterns in compositions, symmetry, rhythm in music, harmony in visual art. Things that maybe even we wouldn't consciously notice sometimes. They're trying to figure out the underlying rules.
So like how different bits work together to create an effect.
Precisely. The AI might learn, for instance, that a certain shade of blue often shows up when the painting feels calm.
Or a particular sequence of notes builds tension in music.
Right. By mapping all these connections across huge data sets, it starts to build, well, something like an artistic sensibility, you could say.
And this is the crucial bit, I think. It's not just about making perfect copies.
No, not at all. It breaks art down into the smallest pieces, like a single brushstroke, a specific color choice, one note, a particular word.
It's trying to get at the fundamentals, the rules that make art work, the connection between technique and emotion.
Exactly. And that understanding allows it to go beyond just mimicking what it's seen.
Which brings up that big question.
Mhm.
Is that real creativity? The video we watched suggests that maybe, yeah, as AI experiments, it starts to develop its own kind of
Mhm.
artistic voice.
It's definitely influenced by the masters it learned from, obviously, but it's not just stuck repeating them. It's a bit like human artists, you know? We all learn from tradition, but then we try to find our own way.
Right. And that leads us straight into generative AI.
Yeah, because once the AI understands these patterns, these building blocks,
It can start putting them together in new ways, generating completely new pieces that still follow those learned principles.
and that can lead to some really surprising results, combining things from different styles or eras in ways a human might not think of.
It's not always just AI replacing humans either, is it? The video talks about collaboration.
Very much so. That's a key theme. We're seeing this partnership emerge where, human intuition and AI's analytical power kind of blend together, pushing boundaries.
And this isn't just theory. There was that big example, the portrait of Edmund de Bellamy. From that group, obvious.
Oh, yeah. Created using Jan's generative adversarial networks. That was huge.
It sold at Christie's in
Mm.
2018 for, wasn't it, like hundreds of thousands of dollars?
$432,500?
Yeah.
Yeah, a massive statement. That was really the moment the traditional art world had to sit up and take notice.
It really blurred the lines, didn't it, between human-made and machine-made art.
Absolutely. It forces you to ask, what is beauty? What's originality? Where does inspiration come from? That whole learning from the master's journey is getting seriously interesting now for both humans and AI.
Totally. And it's not just painting anymore, as the video shows. AI is getting involved in, well, pretty much everything.
Sculpture, music composition, even writing.
It's moving from just being a tool
Yep.
to more like a creative partner.
And the quality is getting impressive. Take AI painting again. The video points out the realism, the emotional depth. Sometimes it's genuinely tough to tell it apart from human work.
Like that piece, Theatre d'Opera Spatial by Jason Allen, the one made with Midjourney.
That won an art contest against human artists.
Yeah. That says a lot about where this is heading.
And the video also mentioned art.A gallery. They train their AI on, 1,500 years of art?
Something like that.
Yeah.
And each piece is unique, sold only once. It shows the range of styles AI can handle now.
You start wondering, could we see AI painting with Van Gogh's energy or capturing light like Monet?
But not just copying, maybe. Mixing them. creating something totally new that still feels familiar. It's this blend of past and future.
And it's happening in 3D too.
Mhm.
Sculptures being changed by AI and things like 3D printing.
Right, creating forms that would be, well, almost impossible to make by hand. Really complex, intricate stuff.
Fluid human shapes, complex organic structures. The video mentioned artists even refining these digital models in VR before printing.
That sounds pretty cool. Like a digital playground for sculptors.
And there's that example, the Impossible statue in Stockholm.
Oh yeah, the one that combines styles of Michelangelo, Rodin. 5 different sculptors, wasn't it? All fused by AI.
Exactly. Imagine kinetic sculptures, interactive pieces. AI opens up so many possibilities with different materials and forms.
Then there's music. AI isn't just making random notes anymore.
No, it's analyzing rhythm, harmony, melody. Quite sophisticated stuff. It can improvise, collaborate with musicians.
So it could generate a catchy pop tune. Or a symphony that sounds a bit like Beethoven. Or maybe some Miles Davis-style jazz.
Potentially, yes. It's exploring new genres, new sounds, again, blurring that line between the composer and the computer.
And didn't the video mention an actual AI-composed album? Terran Southern.
I am AI, yeah. First pop album composed and produced with AI tools like Watson Beat, Amper, AIVA. Quite a milestone.
Wow, and writing, too. How does that work?
Well, AI can help writers brainstorm, get past writer's block, try out different narrative forms. It analyzes huge amounts of literature.
So it could mimic an author's voice. Or invent totally new styles.
It seems so. The video mentioned AI poetry surprising people with its quality, getting published even, and AI stories playing with structure in new ways.
There are simple tools online now, right? Like toolbaz.com, where you can just generate a poem instantly.
Exactly. These AI writers, these digital authors, they're really pushing the boundaries of storytelling and making us question what creativity actually means.
So across the board, painting, sculpture, music, writing, it's this picture of collaboration, experimentation.
And it may be, yeah, inspiration, with AI taking on this bigger evolving role.
But, and it's a big but, all this amazing potential brings up some really tricky issues.
Definitely. The video touches on this sense of awe, but also unease. When AI makes art that rivals ours, it forces us to rethink everything. Art, ownership, originality.
Especially copyright. That seems like a huge hurdle.
It really is. As the video points out, copyright law was built for human creators, people making things intentionally. AI creating art throws a wrench in that.
So the core question is, who owns AI art? The AI, the programmer, the artist whose style it learned.
Like that Picasso example in the video, if an AI paints in his style, who gets the rights?
And this isn't just hypothetical, right? There are actual legal fights happening now.
Oh, yes. Cases about AI mimicking famous styles. Big questions about intellectual property, artistic legacy, and there are no easy answers. These cases could set major precedents.
The video laid out a few different ways people are thinking about this. One is that AI art is just derivative.
Right, that it's just borrowing from human work, and maybe that devalues actual human artists and their ability to make a living.
But then there's the argument that, well, laws change, like they did for photography or film.
Exactly. Maybe we need to adapt the legal system, find ways to recognize both human and AI contributions. Maybe new kinds of rights are needed.
Or the view that AI is creating something new, even if it learns from others. Creativity always builds on the past, right?
That's the argument. AI is just the newest tool in that long history of borrowing and transforming.
Which loops back to that fundamental question. Can a machine really be creative?
Or is it just reflecting its programming and the art it ingested? What is creativity anyway? Is it the process, the result, the intention behind it?
Does it matter? If AI art makes us feel something, if it looks amazing, does it diminish human creativity?
Or maybe it just pushes us to redefine what makes art meaningful. The video suggests perhaps the real value is in the emotion it evokes, the conversations it starts.
Regardless of whether a human or an AI made it.
It's a compelling thought. Does the origin matter most, or the impact?
And this whole conversation, it's bigger than just art, isn't it?
Absolutely. It challenges basic ideas about intelligence, originality, technology's role in society. It opens doors for new kinds of collaboration we probably haven't even thought of yet.
So it comes down to fundamental questions about, well, us. What does it mean to be an artist, to be human, when machines join the creative process?
Finding those answers is crucial. The video really emphasizes the need for dialogue artists, tech people, lawyers, art lovers, everyone talking this through.
To find solutions that, honor innovation, but also respect tradition.
Exactly. Navigating these ethics, figuring out how to understand AI art, it's a vital and honestly pretty fascinating conversation we need to keep having.
So, wrapping up our deep dives,
Mm.
we've covered a lot of ground, from AI as this sort of digital apprentice,
To becoming a creator in its own right across all these different art forms.
and we've wrestled with those thorny questions about copyright and what creativity even is now.
Hopefully, for you listening, this gives you a clearer picture of this fast-moving field and what it might mean for the future.
Yeah. And maybe one last thing to chew on. If AI can create something that genuinely moves you, starts a real conversation, does it ultimately matter where it came from?
And what incredible new kinds of art might come from humans and AI working together in ways we can't even imagine yet?
It really feels like just the beginning, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Definitely keep exploring this space where art and AI collide. It's
Yeah.
only going to get more interesting.